We are pleased to welcome you to the 7th consecutive International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference. The International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Leaders Research Conference is organized by the premier state-run academic body, the Tourism Study Programs of the Department of Economics, University of Colombo. The last successful 6 years of the International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference paved the way to interesting information sharing about a wide array of interesting topics related to the travel and tourism industry, with strengthening the values, innovation, knowledge, policy and synergy. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker today, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva. We are so proud that he has showed his respect towards the International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference. So let me introduce him to the audience. Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva, WWE, RWP, RSP, VSV, USP, NDC and PSC, was appointed as the 23rd Commander of the Sri Lankan Army on 18th August 2019. He was also appointed as the Chief of Defence Staff on 2020 by His Excellency President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He bears his responsibility of commanding both Gajava Regiment and Special Forces as the Colonel of the Regiment. Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva is a proud product of St. Thomas's College, Matale. He enlisted in the regular force of the Sri Lanka Army as an officer cadet of intake 19 on 1984. Upon successful completion of the military training at the Sri Lanka Military Academy, Diyatalawa, he was commissioned in the rank of Second Lieutenant on November 1985 and posted as the first ever officer to be originally posted at the Gajava Regiment. As a battle-hardened infantry officer, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva has held a number of command, staff, instructional and diplomatic appointments in his career, spanning well over 37 years. Chief of Staff, Colonel of the Regiment, Commander Regiment, Adjutant General, Director General Operations, Commander of 58 and 53 Divisions, Commander, Air Mobile Brigade, Commander, Commando Brigade and Commanding Officer, Sri Lanka Military Academy are some of his notable assignments among many in his tour of today. He, as the Commander of 58th Infantry Division of Commando Brigade, recorded the highest number of successful achievements during the Vanni humanitarian operation that liberated the country from the clutches of terrorism. The troops under his command made the longest march during the operation, fighting over 200 kilometers until its final victory, and captured the single largest landmass ever captured by an formation, including the largest quantity of LTTE, military hardware, weaponry and other equipment. The 58th Infantry Division also conducted the largest ever hostage rescue mission in Sri Lanka by liberating over 123,000 civilians trapped in Padumatalan. In the aftermath of the humanitarian operation in 2019, he reached a landmark achievement in the history and became the youngest officer promoted to the rank of Major General in the Sri Lankan Army. In 2010, he was assigned as the Ambassador and Deputy Permanent Representative of the Sri Lanka to the United States in New York. He is the only serving military officer in Sri Lanka history to be promoted to an ambassadorial rank by the Foreign Service in Sri Lanka. Further, he was appointed as the alternate representative of Sri Lanka to the United Nations Special Political and Decolonization Committee, which dealt global territorial disputes as well as peacekeeping matters. Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva is the first commander of the Sri Lankan Army who graduated from the Defence Services Command and Staff College in Sri Lanka. Earning the title Past Staff College, apart from the local training, he has also followed many foreign courses in France, Greece, India, Israel, Italy, Netherlands, Pakistan and the United States. In addition, he is a proud alumnus of the renowned Harvard University, USA, and he is also a graduate of the prestigious National Defence College in India. He was also a visiting lecturer at the reputed Marine Corps War College, Quantico, Virginia. Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva holds the distinction of earning the highest number of medals within the Tri-Forces of his bravery and eminent service. He has been adorned with the gallantry awards Veera Vikrama Vibhushana, Rana Vikrama Padakkama, Rana Sura Padakkama, making him the first officer of the Sri Lankan Army to receive 3 different types of gallantry medals as a second Lieutenant Neelam Vo. Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva is the chairman of the National Sports Selection Committee and the member of National Sports Council appointed by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He was also appointed as the head of National Operations Center for Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak on March 16, 2020 by His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa to spearhead the drive against COVID-19 with health authorities. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give him a applause. Welcome to our Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva. Thank you, sir. The efforts of you and the Sri Lankan Army have been a foundation of the people of the nation. Your decisive words ring true to an audience in this afternoon. The strategy and action of the Sri Lankan Army is one of the pillars as to why Sri Lanka has been a shining example of safety during these challenging days. Thank you very much, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva, for those impeccable words of wisdom. Now I would like to invite Professor Suranga Silva, Ms. Krimali Fernando, Professor Chandrika Wijeyaratne, and Dr. Mubarak Khaldeen, Major General Nimal Krishnaratne, and Mr. Kasun Abenayake to come to the stage to hand over the token of appreciation to our keynote speaker. Moving into the next important segment, our guest of honor for this evening. She has accomplished many prestigious achievements in her career, paving the way forward for generations to benefit. She assumed duties as the 18th Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo in 2019. She has served on many international scientific working committees and affiliated organizations as an expert. She was the first endocrinologist in Sri Lanka to be appointed to an academic position, and she has distinct of being a pioneer physician in women's health in the South Asian region. Please welcome Vice Chancellor, University of Colombo, Senior Professor Chandrika and Wijeyaratne. Thank you, madam. We are grateful to host you as the guest of honor. Your presence at the International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference is once more an invaluable experience for this year's forum. Right now, to give out the token of appreciation, I would like to invite Professor Suranga Silva, Mr. TBB Sumit, and Mr. Sampath Sirivardhana, and Dr. Mubarak to the stage, and Ms. Krimali. Madam, we will really appreciate if you can come. Ms. Krimali, Fernando as well, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This year, the theme of the International Tourism Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference is Together Forward, Resilience, Responsible and Sustainable Sri Lanka Tourism. So we'll be enriched by the representative of various industries related to the tourism industry. As we move on to our main segment of the International Tourism Leaders Summit, I would like to invite an individual with 18 years managerial experience in Sri Lanka and Maldives in the fields of public and conference diplomacy and world affairs, government, academia, tourism and hospitality industry. Secretary General, Strategies, Partnership, International Relations for the International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference. Also a profound alumni member and the General Secretary to the Alumni Association of Tourism Economics and Hospitality Management, where he was invited by the Alumni Association of Tourism Economics and Hospitality Management to conduct this panel as a moderator with his expertise in the industry. Currently serving as the Industry Engagement Manager and Senior Lecturer from William English Institute at SLIT as a well-known educator while connecting the academia and the industry. We invite Mr. Kasun Abenayake to begin the moderation for the esteemed panel of the 7th International Tourism Leaders Summit. Inviting the panelists, I would like to invite the distinguished panelists to the forum, starting with an exceptional character. She has an LLB from London School of Economics and Political Science and as a barrister at law at Lincoln Inn, UK, and attorney law in Sri Lanka. She is a life member of the Sri Lanka Bar Association and Law Society of Sri Lanka. She has a certificate in Human Resource Management from the Postgraduate Institute of Management in Sri Lanka and a diploma in Child Psychology. She has authored the book Company Law of Sri Lanka, 2nd edition, a definitive reference book for students for practitioners of company law in Sri Lanka. She led the publication of handbook Barrier Free Access for an International Bank, a pioneering guide for business and comply with the law and spirit of inclusion of those with disabilities in the workplace. In recognition of her achievements, she was awarded Professional Woman of the Year 2007 and Woman of the Achievement of Banking in 2009. She is very focused, determined and result-oriented corporate leader with over 30 years experience and proven track record in corporate governance and ethical practices in the banking industry and private sector, including in local and foreign banks. Together, work experience in Frankfurt in area of corporate finance. She has served on the board of several listed companies as well. She is none other than Ms. Krimali Fernando. She is the chairperson of Sri Lankan Tourism, heading the government 4 main tourism entities: Sri Lankan Tourism Development Authority, Sri Lankan Tourism Promotion Bureau, Sri Lanka Convention Bureau, and Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism Hotel Management. And this is the first time that one chairperson was appointed for all 4 boards, and yet the first woman in the role. Madam, we are so proud to have you on the panel. The next panelist is a delegate representing the World Health Organization. She is a national of India, has been with WHO since 2014. She held various positions at WHO Regional Office for Southeast Asia and WHO Headquarters in Geneva. She has over 20 years experience working in the development sector, is passionate about promoting health and well-being for all and aspires for an equitable, peaceful and sustainable world where no one has left behind. She has received a Doctor of Medicine in Pediatrics from the University of Rajasthan, India, and Masters of Public Health from the University of London, UK. She is the WHO representative of Sri Lanka in May 2017. Dr. Razia Pendse, Country Representative, World Health Organization, Sri Lanka. We welcome you to the panel. Our next member represents the International Labour Organization, who is a national of the United States of America, has been an ILO staff member since year 2000. Since then, she has held various positions in different ILO offices as well as the ILO headquarters in Geneva. Her previous post at the ILO, held between 2008 and 2017, was as a senior specialist on fundamentals, principles and rights at work based in the ILO regional office for Asia Pacific and Asia Pacific, Bangkok, Thailand. She holds a bachelor degree in anthropology and sociology from Connecticut College in USA and master's degree in international development studies from the George Washington University, USA. It's an honor to have you today with us. I invite Simrin Singh, Country Director, Country Office of Sri Lanka, to Maldives. Like to invite a phenomenal and inspirational individual to the stage. He was the former Director General to the Sri Lanka Institute of Hospitality Management, the founder of Tourism Economics as a subject in Sri Lanka, and the founding scholar in Sri Lanka who developed tourism economics in all study programs. He is the only known professor in tourism economics in Sri Lanka so far. Currently, the founding coordinator, Master in Tourism Economics and Hotel Management, University of Colombo, Secretary General, Tourism and Hospitality Educators and Researchers, Association of Asia, Director, Center of Economic Research and Industrial Policy Analysis, and Acting Director for Colombo University Community Extension Center. Please give a round of applause to Mr. Professor Suranga Silva. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For the last year, we had a lot of ups and downs, but we are proud to say that this year, the International Tourism Leaders Summit and the International Tourism Research Conference was a success as expected. To officially conclude the session, I would like to invite the Co-Secretary for the International Tourism Research Conference and the President to Tourism Research Academic Circle, University of Colombo, known as TRAC, Mr. Sampath Sirivardhana, to deliver the declaration of closure of the event.